I'm back on the homestead. It's been about 6 months. Happy to be back here. It took a little longer than I was anticipating, but we made it here for like 2 days, so just enough time to really be sad when I leave. But first blush, looks like everything's looking pretty good. We'll have to take a walk around and see how things are doing. A little bit of water back in here, not too surprising. Helps keep the plastic down. Definitely not dry in here, but it is the rainforest. Well, looks pretty reasonable. Not a whole lot disturbed, that's good. That's still looking pretty dang good. Faded out a little bit, but looking pretty good. Looks like that one got rubbed by something. These guys look like they're doing the best. They're definitely bigger than the others. These ones not doing too awesome. Orchard looks like it's pretty much in the same shape I left it, which is good. I actually needed to order about half a dozen trees to fill in the ones that died, but I just didn't get it done this year. So that'll be next year's deal. Hey dear, how are you?
So, 2 days isn't really long enough to accomplish much at all on the homestead, but I did have something in mind. As you can tell from my Christmas trees, my soil's not in good shape. It's actually particularly terrible soil, because it was a gravel pit, so most of it was washed, so I bet it has almost zero nutrients. I read a book on gardening west of the Cascades by Steve Solomon. He talked about his complete organic fertilizer that worked wonders for his plants down there. I decided to whip up a batch here and see if I couldn't get my soil at least growing something until I can come back. The first order of business is to fertilize things like these raspberries, my fruit trees, and everything else that I've got growing. In addition to using the organic fertilizer, everybody around here swears by putting seaweed on your ground, so that's what I decided to do. Here I'm getting ready to plant some onions. A little bit of seaweed and some complete organic fertilizer. Hopefully they'll grow. This is my third time planting onions, with zero success. Part of my problem is that I plant things and then I leave for months at a time. So, around my homestead, you either got to make it or you don't. I'll be coming back this summer and spending quite a bit of time here. One of my main goals when I come back is to make sure that I get my garden area up and rolling.
Well, here's my growing experiment. This is where my greenhouse will eventually be. Hopefully this year, maybe next or the year after that, who knows. But not exactly sure what the best way to grow stuff in this soil is. This was a gravel pit at one point, so all of this soil's pretty much been washed, so there's not much nutrients in it. So I did 7 different treatments. So those are my flowers and some herbs. particularly for butterflies and bees. Let's see, planted some with the sawdust, some with the grass and kelp. So we'll see what happens. My attempt at stabilizing this hillside, they pulled out all the clay and everything out of it so it doesn't stick together at all. So I'm hoping to get some stuff rooted in there so that it doesn't just slide away. We'll see. I suspect all that grass will slide eventually, but maybe we can get some seeds grown in there before it does.
Now, a trip to the homestead can't be just about work, so made this trip to the coast. It was a little stormy, but amazingly beautiful. And just like that, my 2 days are over. If you want to see how I built my shop, or how I use my own sawmill to build everything, go ahead and click one of these links.